How do you reflect on that 2-0 win today?
Do you know what? It was, we're pleased with the result. Performance-wise, after the other night, a wee bit disappointed. Basically, I thought from early in the game we weren't really at it. And by that I mean, the intensity, we were out of possession, winning the ball back. But then more importantly, in possession, we were bitty. We didn't create any rhythm. We were a wee bit unrecognisable, I thought, early in the game. But I thought there was a reaction after the half-time. And we started the second half well. But most important thing, we got the 3 points.
Yeah, and it's hard to be critical. You've had a very busy schedule in recent weeks,
Yes.
with the away games, back here against Galatasaray this today. I guess the aim of the game ahead of all of these was just to head into that international break with the 3 points on the board.
Yes, we've had a good tranche of results in this lead up to this international break. A good run of results. That's 5, victories here, 5 clean sheets in the league. So we can't complain too much. It's sometimes you've got to enjoy winning games, but realise the fact that we didn't play as well as we want to play. That's something we've got to take away from this game today.
Gary, I was saying at half time that I felt that it didn't matter if it stayed 1-0 because you could see it was that type of performance. If maybe the Galatasaray game took a spark out of your game, but you try to find a balance with managing the game at 1-0. Do you think the players were almost trying to manage it at 1-0 and maybe that was a lack of drive, a spark that?
Well, the thing is,
was in their game.
You watch us a lot. You're here. Our game's based a lot on keeping possession of the ball. But Ross County have come here and they're pressing, they're pushing, and as at 1-0, they still think if we make a mistake, there was a little misplaced pass.
Well,
so you've got to show a deal of bravery to actually stick to your laurels and try and keep playing, try to get that rhythm and try and cause problems for their backline.
Yeah.
I thought the second half was a bit better. I thought the message at half, we basically weren't at it. There's some things during 90 minutes you've got to be at it. You want to play nice football, you want to do the tactical things we've worked on prior to the game, but that doesn't happen if you're not actually imposing yourself on the game.
Gary, what I've seen during the game, some highlights sometimes that I can see, of course, in Italy, is the fact that you got 2 people on the wing that can really make a difference.
Yes.
Man against man can change the game sometimes because on that side of the park, especially against this team where they sit back, on the wing is the solution most of the time. But today I had the feeling that both of them, they didn't like to go on the wing, just inside the field. I don't know if it's come from the player or sometimes is the way you play, you want the ball just always going around, going through the midfield. Because in a couple of situations, the only one who was going straight through the wing was basically Tavernier. The other side, we never seen.
Yeah, listen, we play in a system where our most of our width comes from our fullbacks. So we do ask our wide men to pinch in the park a little bit, to move, to allow our fullbacks to come. On occasions, we need to change little things. We've got to actually throw the opponent maybe a curveball, maybe asking about it. But that's something we allow our players to manage themselves during the game. But you're right, our wingers tend to be in closer to the centre forward. Neil knows the system. He's played in it, and he's watched us play a lot. So that's an instruction. We want to get them in little spaces where they can get turned and go at central defenders. They played with 5 at the back. They played with 3 centre backs. So we're trying to occupy the 3 centre backs.
What about from a squad perspective, Gary? We saw Borna Barisic take quite a heavy knock. How was he after the match?
Well, it's just a blow. So
right.
it was just below his shin pad. So it's basically it's nothing serious. It's just basically some stud marks below his shin pad. So he's fine. Connor was feeling a wee bit of cramp. We don't think that's a problem either. So everybody's come through okay. And now we're hoping everybody goes away on international duty and comes back healthy.
Yeah, but it's nice. We're talking about it. It's nice to be going to Celtic Park on the top of the league. And going there.
It'd be interesting.
You go with full confidence, Gary, that you're going to show that there's a wee bit of swagger there because you are sitting at the top of the table.
We've got to go there in a confident mood. We've played there, played well there. Last couple of times we've been there, so it's.
Do you think the players are in a good position mentally going into that game?
Oh, absolutely.
About how their game is.
Oh, they've got to be. Listen, that today we know we can perform better, but we've got the 3 points, so. We get back. The problem being, we've not got. There's a massive turnaround. Everybody coming back from international duty, and we're playing on the Saturday. So it's going to be tough for both teams because they're Celtic in a similar position.